Hi guys, it's Ben here, and I've been collecting some Japanese shooters for my Japanese Sega Saturn, and this is a really interesting one that I thought would be great to show off. This is Layer Section, quite a unique looking shmup on the system, and it's got some unique gameplay elements too. As you can see, there's a kind of cool foreground and background dynamic going on. You use that kind of target reticle to lock onto things in the sort of below you, and then the B button to shoot down there, which is really quite a cool idea. It just mixes things up a little bit, something that not many shooters that I've played have done. In fact, no other games that I've played have done that. Some of the shmups that I've got are really hard, and you know, I guess you'd put them in the bullet hell style of game. This one is perhaps not quite so bad. It is still pretty tricky. I've not got really very far in it, but not as punishing as some of the other shooters that I've got. Yeah, you can pick it up for not too much money. It's in very good nick actually, this copy that I've got with a spine card and things. It's quite a unique aspect of collecting for the Saturn. Japanese games came with little sort of cardboard, I don't know how to call them, sort of sleeve protectors that just go around the edge of the CD. And of course, if you can keep your games in good condition with those on, it adds to the value a lot. Now, I must say that the shoot 'em ups that I've been finding on eBay and things aren't like massively cheap, you know, compared to say buying for other systems that I've looked at in the past, say the Mega Drive. Maybe it's because they're coming from Japan, but or maybe it's just because they're very collectible or more rare. But yeah, there's quite a lot of the games are pretty expensive, 30-40 quid at least. But you know, the games are kind of worth it, and I have been playing loads of the various different shmups that I've bought on it. I've got this. Panzer Dragoon, what was the other one, Gunbird, and Darius, which is absolutely solid. That's definitely the harder end of the spectrum. I've not really been able to get anywhere on that game. I do like the option of being able to turn on and off the menu with the left trigger button. That's something that I've never come across before until I started playing these Saturn games. It's like, oh, actually that's quite a common feature, it seems, because most of the games that I've got allow that. I just love this genre of game. You really got to practice your hand-eye coordination and be on the ball. And it's, you know, it is kind of all about memorizing patterns, isn't it? Yeah, you need to see the level once or twice before and memorize how it goes, and then you'll do a little bit better and lose less lives and therefore get a bit further. Quite an interesting game as well, because you don't there is no bomb. Most games have a kind of bomb feature that you can use to get out of trouble. Say if you know you're not going to be able to avoid a bullet or something, you'll just fire that off. But no, there isn't one here. It's just all down to your dodging skills. I want that red thing. I'm still not exactly certain how the power-ups work, but I know you've got to collect those diamonds to get better. I don't know if they changed the attack mode or what. Some of the harder enemies do need you to really hammer the B button when you're firing down below you. And for that, I'm kind of having to move because instead of using my thumb, the thumb won't fire fast enough. I'm kind of pressing the A button with my index finger and hammering the bomb button with my middle finger. Not bomb button, you know what I mean. The one that does the sort of auto-target thing down at the bottom enemies. I just really like the graphical style here. It's very spacey, kind of post-industrial, high-tech looking, isn't it? I need to get used to using bombs in shmups, because it's like, I don't want to use it, I want to learn how to actually do the level. But then I end up never using it at all. It's like you need to get the balance between holding it off for the moments when you desperately need it, and not just dying without protecting yourself when you could have, you know, avoided a needless death. That's definitely one of the skills to doing well in these games, I think, is learning how to use the bombs, but that's not an issue here. It's just all about learning how to move with the flow of bullets in these games. He says, clearly I have to die when I'm saying something like that. But yeah, just the complex patterns in some of the games like Gunbird are really, really hard, and it just takes, well, hours of practice really. But I'm kind of up for that at the moment. I'm enjoying the challenge of these types of games, and it is something very much that harkens back to the days of old. Most games nowadays have, you know, save features and checkpoints and things. In these, it's just back to the pure arcadey, trying to survive for as long as possibly can and memorizing the levels and going, and I'm really enjoying that, I must say. I've got my eyes on a few more Saturn shmups. Of course, Radiant Silvergun is one of the really popular titles, one that everyone said that I should pick up. If you watch any videos on the best shmups on the Saturn, Radiant Silvergun will probably be at the top of the list, or at least near. Not cheap though. I think that one's probably going to cost around £50. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying a massive amount of games for the system because of the price of them. But every now and then I'm picking things up. I've only got 4 games so far, and you know, I think that they do need quite a lot of time put into them and practice to get good at them. So there's no rush to make the collection massive. Really, I'm just enjoying discovering these games that I'd never before played. You know, you do know. I do. Oh crap! That's because my screen resolution looks weird. I do notice a big step up in terms of the graphics on these than, you know, compared to things like the Mega Drive. You can just do slightly better things and have slightly more bullets. I really like Gunbird as well, which has a very cool anime style. It just looks so Japanese. I guess all these games do what did I expect on a Japanese Saturn. Very much a Japanese style of game, isn't it? I think Donpachi is another one that I need to check out. Another one with very, very good reviews. Oh, crap. So I've already managed to waste a continue. Not doing massively well, but that's what happens when you try and talk and play. I do find it slightly awkward that there is no... I mean, I'm holding down A to fire the top layer. I don't know what to call it, top layer bullets. But I'm having to mash the B button to fire the lower layer ones, and that's difficult. There's no auto fire on that one. Slightly annoying. I don't know if I'm just missing something, but there doesn't seem to be any auto fire option for that attack. I'm really just hurting my thumb. Not my thumb, hurting my middle finger by hammering it. Really gonna have arthritis by the time I'm 40, aren't I? Oh crap. I like the really varied attacks that you get in this. You have to dodge very different types of patterns with each of the enemies and the bosses. Really keeps you on your toes, I suppose. It's all about memorizing what's coming up, isn't it? Trying to respond in time. Area 3, the Phantasm of Silver. Cool. Nice scaling effect there. One of the things that I didn't think was amazing about this game was the music. I wasn't hugely impressed by it. I was expecting something a bit more epic and a bit more memorable, you know, like some of the Sega Mega Drive shooters have. Hellfire being a good example, a game that I really liked the music on. Really got stuck in my head, the music on that game. This one, not so much. I think, was it Darius? Well, for God's sake, I can't remember the name. That one had pretty average music as well. Oh, remember this one? This guy's got these big arms that fire linear type lasers. See, again, another great example of how the attacks are really varied. Oh crap, that's a bit tricky. Ooh, feisty. It's really blocking off the screen space that I can move into here. In a moment of despair, I did look online at like tips and tricks on how to get good at shmups. That was when I was getting owned by Gunbird. I think I can only play it on like the child difficulty, which is a bit embarrassing. And they do say trying to not move into the corner is one of the big tricks. It's really tempting to go as far back as you possibly can and stick in the corner, but that's going to trap you. And the other one was moving with the bullets, so moving backwards with the bullets and waiting for an opening. That's when the screen is crowded. This is getting quite hectic already. I'm already struggling to process all the different things that are going on the screen at once. It's all about practice. I think those little floating rectangle things have got the power of saying, oh god, they've got heat-seeking missiles! Oh crap. It's hard to tell when those attacks there are actually at the level where they can damage me, or where they're still ascending. It's just best to avoid them to be on the safe side. Right, fingers aching now, going back to using the thumb for the lower attack until I have to spam it out a bit harder. What's this weird looking contraption? Everything just looks very crazy and industrial and high-tech and sci-fi, doesn't it? Lots of machines and things. I do like the kind of futuristic themed shooters. You know, I really enjoy Fireshock, which is kind of like a retro World War I plane, World War II plane type thing. But you can't really beat futuristic stuff, can you? Well, I remember this boss. I always end up losing a few lives on this one. Can't ever quite predict when he's going to attack. I think the way to damage this one is to lock onto that tail, for want of a better word. Which is easier said to... Oh, crap. Where was I supposed to go there? That was bad. There's a power up there which I want to collect. I don't notice a great difference when I collect the power-ups. Is it increasing the speed or the type of attack? I can't tell. I'm too busy looking at where the bullets are. Also, to be truly good at shmups, apparently you're not supposed to be looking at your plane. You're supposed to be looking above at the patterns of bullets. But how the hell are you supposed to do that? I do not know. I find that I'm probably staring at my plane more than I should. Not too hard to dodge the blue laser attack. This is where it starts to get a little bit hairy. Ooh, hello. Takes a lot of damage, this bugger. Oh shit, I knew that was going to happen. Oh crap. Well, I think I'll leave it there. This is a really good game, layer section. Definitely check this one out. Really addictive, quite fun. I'm going to be playing a lot more of this. Alright guys, take care and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.